What's up everyone, this is Mint10Mons here, and today I'm doing a tier list of all the Sword and Shield era alternate arts. Let's get right into it. I have one mystery pack going to one lucky winner on this video. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and also comment what your favorite alternate art card is. Like it up, and hopefully you win. We have Tier Maker open, and some of the rules here, I'm only rating these cards on how the card actually looks, the artwork on the piece. So first off, this Beedrill, I'm putting this in A tier. It is a flat out banger. Whoever designed this is absolutely insane because this card is gorgeous. Honestly, like all the Beedrills in the background just look nice, and it's so vibrant. It's a great card. This Hisuian Lilligant, I'm gonna put at a C, I think. I mean, there's a lot of cool Pokemon in the background, especially the Seal, you see all the other Pokemon as well. But it's just, I don't know, I don't like the Pokemon that much. That's really it. The artwork's good, but it's not the nicest. I don't like how it's set up. It's just, I don't know, maybe actually it could be a B, but I just don't think it's that great. Next one, this Sneasler, I'm thinking maybe, it's pretty nice. I like the cliff design, honestly. I'm thinking I'm gonna put it at a C. I think it's pretty nice, just how like the whole setup is. And honestly, I like Sneasler a lot, but it's not depending on that. It's the artwork only. Now this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I do not like this Machamp much. I'm gonna put it at D. I mean, it's cool that it's carrying a bunch of stuff. I'm not a big fan of this card at all. I don't know why. It's not very appealing to me. Honestly, I don't understand what the hype was about it. I saw that it was like $130 or whatever, and I was always confused because I thought there were much better cards in the set, but I don't know. That's just me with that card. It's not my favorite. Now, this Origin Form Dialga is pretty sweet. I actually love this artwork. It's so simple, but it just has a good, I don't know, it has a good spacing to it. Like, no pun intended or anything. Actually, Dialga's time, so it doesn't even matter. But it has a nice spacing to it. I love the colors. I'm between A and S. I'm gonna put this S. This is my first S. Honestly, I love it so much. If it doesn't look like an S after I see some of the other ones, then maybe I'll drop it down, but I'm gonna keep that at S because I love that, and I'm not even a big Dialga fan. I actually like Palkia more. And on to Palkia. I love this card as well. I think it's so sweet. I'm not the biggest form of the Origin. I'm not the biggest fan of the Origin form Palkia, but I do love it. I'm gonna have to put it a solid B. I'm gonna say a B. It's really cool how everything's looking like it's in the distortion world. It's all distorted. Maybe distortion world, I might have gotten it wrong, but that's a B to an A. I'm not sure, honestly. Alright, we'll leave it B. We'll leave it B. Next thing is going to be the Arceus. I'm probably gonna put this a C. I think it's pretty nice. It's a nice setup for the Arceus, but at the same time, it's not anything special. Like, it looks good, but it's not anything extra cool. There's no uniqueness to it. I think it's pretty nice though. It's a C. Next card, this Charizard right here, I think is so sick. I'm gonna put it as a solid A. I'm gonna drop it down to B actually, just because they don't really show off the Charizard too much. Honestly, if you said it could have been a Venusaur card, I could have understood it, kind of. I mean, actually, never mind. Scratch that whole thing. But honestly, it's just not the craziest Charizard card. I think there are nicer ones. So I'm going to put it B because it's pretty cool that it's in battle. And I do like that, but it's not A for me. A quality. This Honchkrow is sick. I'm putting this right up at an A. It is so nice. Oh my gosh, not a C. An A. It is so nice. I love it so much. Honestly, all of the little Honchkrows, all the little Murkrows in it, and it's sleeping, and it's a nice coloration. I love this card so much. I'm going to put this at an A tier. It is super nice. Next is Lumineon V. I'm putting this at a C tier. It's okay. It's not anything special. Honestly, I don't know. It might even be a D tier. It's so boring to me. It's not a special card at all to me. Honestly, I just don't like Lumineon either. It's gonna be a C tier though, it's not that bad. This Empoleon is so sick. I'm gonna put it as a B tier because it is just a sweet card. I like the Phalanx on it and I like the pose it's in. Such a nice card. I'm not gonna put it higher because it's not insanely nice and artistic, but it is pretty sweet. This Urshifu is a straight up D tier. It is so simple and boring. Honestly, not my favorite at all. Urshifu V Rapid Strike, straight D tier. This Urshifu V Max Rapid Strike, honestly, is going to go in D tier as well, just because it looks kind of like a normal V Max card. I don't like it that much at all, so it's going to go in D tier for me. Now, the Single Strike, I'm going to put that and bump that up to C tier. Just because, I mean, it has a little more character to it, as you can see. It's pretty nice, but it's not going to be anything like crazy. It's just like an okay card. I think it's a straight C tier. That makes sense for it. This is just terrible. The Urshifu VMAX Single Strike alternate art, I just don't like this one at all. It looks like a straight up VMAX card. Honestly, this might be our first F tier. I hate this card. It is terrible. If you told me this was just a regular VMAX, I would have been okay with it because that just makes sense. So we're going to put it right there in F tier. That is just the worst card. One of the worst cards by far. Battle Styles wasn't looking too good, but this Sleepy Tyranitar is a straight A tier. I love this card so much. It's sleeping and then the little spit falling out of its mouth is hilarious. Straight up A tier. It's so fire, and Tyranitar is a sick card too. I love the artwork style on it as well. It's like the cartoonish vibe. I think that is so sweet. So straight up A tier. Next card, this Blaziken, I don't know. I don't like it that much, so I'm gonna put it a C tier because I know a lot of people love it. It's cool. I like the other Pokemon in the background a bit, but like, just not my favorite. I don't like the artwork style, and I don't like how big the Blaziken looks. I don't know. It just looks weird. I know it's a VMAX, so of course it's big, but yeah, not my favorite. This Blissey is terrible. I'm putting this in E tier. I don't like this card at all. It's okay. Not a lot of originality. Honestly, it's okay. Next thing, Articuno V. This Articuno is pretty sweet. I'm gonna put in, yeah, that's gonna go Galarian Articuno V. That's gonna go in C tier. I don't like how it looks like it's in a bubble from far away. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of. It's just like, it's okay. It's not anything special, so I'm going to put it in C tier. Next card is the Galarian Moltres V. This card is sick. I'm putting this in S tier. This is a straight banger. This card's artwork is insane. I just love how symmetrical it is. It looks so fire, and honestly, the card itself in person is heat. It's gas. It is so cool. I actually want it in a PSA 10 so badly. That is one of my grails, but I love that Moltres, and honestly, I don't even like that Galarian Moltres that much. I think it's a sick design, but like, it's not one of my favorite Pokemon, but I just love that card. Galarian Rapidash V. Kind of a stinker. It's gonna go in D. I'm gonna put it in D. It is a D. Not that great of a card. It's kind of boring. It could be an E card. It's not that great. The Galarian Slowking V, I also don't really like it just because the vibe of the card is weird. I'm gonna put it, it's not bad design though. I'm gonna put it in D as well. I just don't like the vibe of the card. It's not my favorite. That's me though. A lot of people don't like this Galarian Zapdos. I'm gonna put it in B. I think it's so cool. Honestly, it running up the side of the wall is sick. So, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm putting it at a B. It could be an A too for me because it looks so sick and it looks like a Roadrunner. So, I don't like Ice Rider Calyrex. This card is a straight up S tier. It is so sick. Just that card looking at the mountain and then the Deerling walking right up to it and all the Pokemon in the back. It is such a banger of a card. I want to get that in the PSA 10 as well. I love that card. Calyrex VMAX is going to go in B. It's a pretty nice card. Honestly, it could be an A. It could be an A. I'm gonna put it in B. Keep it safe right now. Actually, I'm gonna knock down the Calyrex V just to an A. It's very nice, but it's not S tier. S tier's for the banger of the banger cards, like the best of the best. So we're gonna put that down there. Now, Calyrex V, the Shadow Rider, is gonna go in C. It's not insane. It's a pretty nice card. Nothing insane, so we'll just keep it there. I do like the V Max more, so I'm going to put that in a B. I think it's a lot nicer than the regular V just because it's jumping over the house. There's a little more design to it. I like the night sky, so definitely that's a solid B for sure. Tornadus V. This is a tough card to judge. This card is so sick. The only problem with it is I hate Tornadus, but this is gonna have to go straight up an A. It's so sweet. I love the Rockruff in the background. I love the Pokemon flying around like Scorbunny. That's hilarious, and it's the wind version, so it is so sick. I'm just not the biggest fan, but at the same time, it has to go in A. It's such a sweet card. Dragonite V is a banger. This is also gonna go in A. It's just, along with the Sleepy Tyranitar, I love like the tired Pokemon look, and it's tired in the sky. That is close to an S for me, but it's not an S yet. Like, it could be an S tier. It's just so on the borderline of it, but I love this card so much. I love the yawn. It's great, and then the background is sweet, how it's floating above the clouds. Just a great design, and that is exactly how I would think a sleepy Dragonite would look. So, honestly, straight up A tier. Next card is going to be the Zeraora V. This is one of my favorite alternate arts by far. Straight up S tier. Number one card out of this whole list so far, in my opinion. We're putting it right there. I don't know what that means, but we're putting it there. So I think this is number one card out of all the cards I've judged so far. It is so sweet how it's like reaching for the tree, kind of. I don't know, it's reaching for the sun or something, but it just, everything looks nice with the snowy mountaintop. It's just a perfect card in my opinion. I am looking for that card in a PSA 10 as well. The Ralliodon V. I don't like this design. I mean, there is a lot going on. It's not really singling out the Pokemon. It kind of looks like a trainer gallery card before trainer gallery cards were even invented. So this was my first like alternate art card pulled from Evolving Skies, but I don't like it that much. I'm putting it in an E. The Ralliodon VMAX is okay. Nothing crazy. I'm going to put it as a D. It looks kind of cool. Not my favorite, though. I think there's a better one that's in a trainer gallery, but this one's okay. It just looks kind of big. That's really it. Espeon V is fire. I'm going to put that as a B. It's nothing... that could... no, we're gonna leave it B. It could have been an A, honestly. It is so gorgeous, and it just looks nice, and with all the books flying around it, it's sweet too. And I'm a huge Espeon fan, even more of an Espeon fan than an Umbreon fan, but I'm gonna leave it a B, just cause, I don't know, I think it's nice, but it's not deserving of an S, or an A. Now, you want to hear something that's deserving of an A tier? This Glaceon. This Glaceon is sick! I love that it's laying on the bench. The background is so nice, and it has the trees, the snow. It's just a perfect Glaceon card. There's honestly nothing more I could have asked for a Glaceon card. Honestly, it's pretty close to an S tier for me, but we're going to leave it as an A. This Glaceon VMAX is going to be an A as well. Now, it's kind of funny that both the Glaceons are A's, but I think this card is so sweet, not because of the Glaceon though. That's why I didn't bump it to the S tier, because it's because of the background Pokemon that it makes the card. Like the Azumarill, the Pikachu, the Marill. That's all the awesome parts of the card. It's not really the Glaceon, honestly. So I'm going to leave it there. This Golurk V is pretty funny. I'm going to put it at a B tier because it's carrying the wood. It has the Swablues on it. I actually like this card a lot. So it's going to go in B tier for me. This Leafeon V, people like it. I don't know. I don't think it's the craziest. I think that Glaceon's way better than it. It's kind of like I don't know. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I'm going to put it in a C tier. Not my favorite card by any means. The Leafeon VMAX though is that card's ballin', honestly. I'm going to put that as an S tier. I think this card is so nice. Whoever thought of it rolling the hay is a genius. A flat out genius, because that is such a nice card, and I love that it has like the whatever it's called, the teleporter thing in the background. I forget what it's called, like the VMAX symbol logo thing, but I don't know, that card is just gorgeous. I love it so much, so that's gonna be an S tier, easy S tier for me. Medicham V. This card might go in E tier. I don't really like its design that much. I do like the background Pokemons. I'm going to put it D. It might just be because it's Medicham, but I don't really like that we're seeing the bottom half of Medicham. Isn't that kind of strange? But all the Pokemon in the background's cool, but we're going to put it in D tier because it's not my favorite. I don't know. Noivern V. I like it. It looks just like Batman. I'm going to put it at a B. I feel like that's a safe place to put it. It is pretty cool. It looks like it's flying down into action or something, but it's like, I don't know, it could be better in my opinion. They could have had it more like in like a dragon mode or something like that, like flying through the sky, like as an upward view. That would have been sick to me, but we're gonna put it at a B. I think it's pretty nice though. Not the best in my opinion. It could have been a lot better. This Rayquaza V is so sick. Honestly, this is one of the nicest cards. I'm going to put this at an A. I believe her name's Zinnia. I can't really remember what the Wishmer in the beginning of the card is so sweet. And Rayquaza honestly looks gorgeous in the card with the sun shining down in the sky. You really can't beat it. Honestly, I'm going to put it an A. It's very nice. Very, very nice. And the artwork is just there on the card. Next card, the Rayquaza VMAX. This card is near and dear to my heart because I've pulled it before, but I'm going to put it as a solid A. I love it looking through like the trees in the forest and all the VMAXs flying up, but I'm going to leave it at an A. It's not my favorite card out of Evolving Skies. I like the Umbreon a little more. I also like the Glaceon a little more, but I actually really like the artwork, and I love Rayquaza. You can't beat Rayquaza, so it's gonna go at an A, but I really do like it. I actually do like it more than the Zinnia card, just because the Zinnia card looks more like a trainer gallery card, and I'm not the biggest fan. I like to see the alternate artwork cards in like a natural setting, not like it's like commanded by a trainer, but I mean it is nice, so you gotta put it at an A, both of them. This Sylveon, honestly, not my favorite. I mean, it's cute and all. I'm gonna put it at a D tier though. I love Sylveon, and don't get me wrong, one of my favorite Pokemon, but it's like, I don't know, nothing to it, honestly. It's so normal. It's not nearly my favorite card. Ho ho, the Sylveon VMAX though. Ho ho ho, baby brother man, what the heck? This thing is sick. I'm putting this as straight up S tier, no doubt about it. What is this ad loading? But this is a sick card right here. Woo, the Marshadow on its tail thing, and then the Vaporeon, the Eevee. This is sick. Like, one of the best cards by far of all the Sword and Shield era. I love it so much. Umbreon V. This card is okay. I'm gonna put it at a C tier. I just think that pincer is like way too big on the card. It's pretty sick though, so I'm gonna put it in C tier just because obviously they gotta add the moon to Umbreon, but it's not my favorite card at all in Evolving Skies. I pulled it myself and I was like, okay. I mean, it's worth a good amount, but it's not like the best artwork at all. It could be a little better. I do like some of the Pokemon looking like they're like looking up to Umbreon, but it could be better. Umbreon VMAX, I hate to be one of those people, but this is an S tier. I love this card so much. Reaching for the Moon. It has such a perfect design on it, and all the spacing matters so much to it. It just looks great, and I love the Starry Night design. I love the painting, so it's just like super nice, or oil paints or whatever it is, I don't know. But I love how this looks, and I'm not an expert on art or anything, but this card could be a piece of artwork in a museum. So this is going to be an S tier, and I love it so much. Celebi V, you know, this is a pretty nice card. I'm going to put this at a B tier. It's not my favorite card, but it is pretty nice. I think they did Celebi justice. It looks pretty nice with, like, I don't know, it looks mysterious. The snow in the background's pretty sick. I'm going to put it at a B. God, do I have a sore spot for sleeping Pokemon. Espeon is so cute. I love this card. Honestly, I like this card just as much as the Umbreon VMAX. Not as iconic or anything, but it is just gorgeous. I love that sleeping on a house. I don't know if you guys remember, like, if you watch Attack on Titan, but there's a Titan on a house that looks just like that. But this is like the cute version. Kind of a weird way to put it, but it just reminds me of that show. And then, yeah, I just love Espeon's design, not Umbreon. Genesect V. Kind of a silly card. I mean, I'm gonna put this at like a B. I think it's cool that it's breakdancing, but at the same time, it's like kind of weird. I wish they had a more serious one. I don't know. I think it's playful. It's cool, but not my favorite. Gengar VMAX is sick. What a sweet card. We're gonna put that one up at A tier. I think it's one of the bangers of like all these sets. I don't know. It's so sick. Fusion Strike. I was trying to pull this card forever. I didn't get on video when I pulled it, but I was so hyped when I did because this card is so sweet. Oh, what the heck? I put Genesect V there? No, let's put that back down. But I love this card so much so. Gengar VMAX is gonna be an A tier for sure. Greedent V, it's a playful design, but I hate Greedent, honestly. I don't like the artwork that much, so I'm going to put it at a D. Kind of a funny opinion on it. I'm not a big fan. Inteleon VMAX, I actually like this card. I like that it's like sniping from a rooftop. I think it's kind of sick. I'm going to put it at a C. It's not anything insanely impressive, so I'm going to put it at a C though. This Mew V, I actually... like, I don't know if people like this card. I don't like this card at all. Mew, they could have done Mew so much better. I'm going to put this at an E. I actually like the Mew from Crown Zenith, the one sleeping and all the Pokemon are around it, 10 times more than this one. Also, this Mew VMAX, I don't like this card either. I think Mew looks dopey in this picture. Mew doesn't even look like Mew, honestly. Like, that nose is just huge on that card. So I'm going to put that at an E as well. Kind of, people might think it's like a good card, but I'm not a big fan of it. In person it looks good, but I'll put it to a D. It's a little better than the other Mew at least. So we'll put it to D. Sandaconda V. It's going to go in D tier as well. Just not a lot going on. It is sleeping, so that's pretty cute, but it's kind of boring. And then I don't like that the radiator or the heater is taking up most of the card. That's kind of like a problem. Again, like spacing matters a lot to me, and it's just like at a house. I don't know. Not my favorite. Aerodactyl V is going to S tier. By far one of the best cards of all time. Just all the prehistoric Pokemon in the background. I mean, Tropius isn't prehistoric, but that's so cool. I love Archeops. I hope Archeops gets its own card because that's one of my favorite Pokemon. Archeops, whatever you say. And then like all the prehistoric Pokemon in the background, the Bastiodon, the Volcano, the Rampardos, it's a stellar card. Definitely one of my favorites by far, and I'm a huge dinosaur fan, so honestly could be like a top 5 for all of Sword and Shield for me. Easy. Berserker V, it's gonna go in E tier. I don't really like this card. There's not a lot to it. I mean, it just looks like it's looking right at the camera or right at us, and it's kind of like has the gold there. It's okay, the amulet coins or whatever, but it's gonna go in an E. I just don't like the Pokemon either, so no, like I don't mean to be mean to the Pokemon, but it's just not a good design in my opinion. Giratina V is kind of weird. Like, there's a lot going on, but I think it really works for the card, how like the distortion world is looking and all that, so I'm gonna put it as an A. It's kind of like an abstract Giratina artwork. I think it's one of the sickest cards too. Like, it's just such a good pull because when you see it you freak out, but this is straight on the artwork, so I'm gonna give it an A tier artwork. So I don't know, that's just me. I like it. I definitely like it a lot. This Rotom V is sick. I'm gonna put it at a B tier. There's a fan there and it's just all over the place. I like the card, so I'm gonna put it at a B. This Conkeldurr is terrible. Straight up F tier. I hate this design. I don't like the look of it. Straight up F tier. Mewtwo, it's okay. I mean, I get that it's Pokemon Go and all that. I'm gonna put it in the D tier because it's not one of my favorites. I just don't like that artwork, that like 3D artwork. I'm gonna put it at D. Maybe you guys would kill me for that. This Arceus V is sick. I am going to put this at an S tier. I think this card is gorgeous, actually. Now looking at it again, like all the Bidoof like hyping it up, like looking right at it, and then also just looks like a straight up god in it. So straight up god of the Pokemon, it's a god card. Charizard V. Now, everyone gets tired of Charizard. My favorite Pokemon, of course it is. Everyone loves Charizard, but I'm gonna put it at B. I love how it's sleeping and the whole forest is on fire. It is a B. It's a B tier card. This was actually my favorite card from that premium collection box. I'm gonna put this at an S tier. I know everyone's gonna freak out and say it's terrible, it's unoriginal or something, but I think the Godzilla Charizard VMAX is so sick. It's a straight up S tier. I don't care. I don't care. Leave in the comments if you hate on me, but I think that card is so sick, so it's an S tier for me. I'm sorry, I love it. When it came out, I was freaking out. I was like, this cannot be real, but I love this so much, so I'm gonna put this at an S tier. This Charizard V-Star as well is sick. I'm gonna put this at a B tier. I do like that it's like battling the Mewtwo. Maybe actually I'll put it at an A tier. I love that there's like a Crown Zenith version of the card and the I don't know, the special collection box, the Charizard premium collection box version. So I'm gonna put it at an A tier just because it's like a dual card. But at the same time, if it didn't come out yet, like the Mewtwo, I could see putting it at a B, but I'll put it at an A. This Flareon's sick. I'm gonna put this card at A or a B. I'm gonna put this at an A tier. I really love it, like, a lot. So yeah, that's just like one of my favorite cards. I love that it's staring at the fireplace. I like this more than the VMAX. By far, this VMAX card, I'm not a fan of it. It looks kind of weird. I'm gonna put it at a C tier. Just because I do love Flareon, but Executor takes up the whole card. Actually, I'm moving this down to B tier. D tier, I mean. Some people, like, really love this card, which I find kind of weird because I'm not a big fan of it. Jolteon V as well. I'm putting that at a D tier. Looks kind of weird. It's like the Flash version of Jolteon in the Dark City. I mean, it's not my favorite at all. Like, the VMAX is so much better. The VMAX is sick, so I'm putting the VMAX straight up at, like, a... God, I don't know. Oh God, Luminion's actually moving down. I don't know why I said that was a B tier. This card is going to be an A tier. I have so many A's, but that is a straight up banger. I love that card so much, so that's definitely going to be an A tier. I love it. Just like the Thunderbolts in the background looks so sick. And like, I don't know, that looks like a Jolteon VMAX to me. Vaporeon V, I'm going to put that in D as well. I don't like that card too much. A lot of people like it. It's just so boring to me. I'm not a fan of it. Vaporeon VMAX. That is a sick card. We're moving this all the way up. We're putting this at an A tier. It is so sweet. I'm in love with this card. So honestly, I'm gonna put this at an A tier. It is so nice with all the Pokemon in the background swimming like the Milotic. It is gorgeous. Lugia V. I don't like this card that much. Like, I don't understand. I mean, it's a Lugia. Of course, there's going to be so much hype to it, but I don't love it that much. It looks like a trainer gallery card. So, I don't like the professor in it that much on the boat. It's cool, but it's not my favorite. I'm going to put it at a C tier. Regidrago is actually a pretty sick card. I'm putting this at a B. I love that you can see the Lugia flying above it. Now that's how I wish the Lugia V would be. I wish it was just in like the sky or something like that with like, I don't know, some Pokemon next to it, some Dragonites next to it, some Pidgeots flying next to it. I wish that's how it looked. So I'm going to put the Regidrago at a B. Skuntank V is kind of weird. I'm going to put this at a D tier. I'm gonna put it at a C tier. It's kind of cool how you can see like it's underground. There's cards. There's Pokemon above it. I think that's kind of a neat concept. So neat. Who says that? But I'm gonna put that as C tier. It's pretty cool. And then this Unknown V. I mean, it's not very special to me. I'm gonna put it at, honestly, an E tier. I don't like it that much. It is in the ruins. Let's put it at D tier. It's cool. It doesn't have a lot to it, though. I'm going to put it at a D tier. Well, alright, guys. This is my whole list. So, thank you so much for sticking this whole video out with me. Pretty long video, so I hope you enjoyed it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you liked and what you disliked. Honestly, my favorite alternate art is probably the Zeraora or the Aerodactyl or the Charizard VMAX, because I love Charizard. I know people are going to be like, that's not the best artwork, but I also love Godzilla, so those are my top 3. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Mint10Mons here. Remember, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on this video just because of the giveaway. And thank you so much for watching, but I'm out, and peace!